welcome to Storytime. My name's Paul and I love stories. If you've missed an episode so far, then please do go back and have a look at the playlist over there. But if you're ready, it's time for episode 14. Episode 14, The Valley of the Shadow. Christian had now entered another valley, the darkest one yet. It was lonely and there was no water. No one lived there. It was as silent as the grave. Suddenly, two men jumped out from behind the trees and ran towards Christian shouting, "Go back!" "Why? What's the matter?" said Christian. "Matter? What do you mean, what's the matter?" said one of the men. "We were going the same way you are, and we've gone as far as we dared." "Why, the valley itself," said the men. "It's always dark. The only sound you hear is the howling of people who've never made it out of here. This is the valley of the shadow of death itself." But Christian said, "But it's the only way to get to the celestial city, right?" "Well, we're not going any further," said the two men, and they brushed past Christian and they ran as fast as their legs would carry them. But Christian went forward. With sword in hand and feeling his way with the other, he kept on going. The path was narrow. The ditches were everywhere. So many that Christian had heard that if you fell in, that was the last you'd ever be seen. The air was full of weird noises, a rush of unseen things. The sword was no match against them. Christian was worried that they would block his path and that he'd never find his way out. For mile after mile, Christian kept going, with things brushing beside him, in the dark, through the walk, through the ditches. He was scared, but he kept on going. He desperately wanted to go back, but then he realised, I'm probably more than halfway now. What's the point of turning back now? And so, as dangerous as it was, as scary as it was, as worrying as it was, he kept on going. And you know what? As Christians, we find that too. Sometimes we have amazing days, happy days, where we are able to pray to God, where we have great days with our families and with our friends, when we can read our Bible. But then we have hard days. We have sad days. We have days where we just want to give up, where we want to turn back and do things the way we used to do them before we met Jesus. Can I encourage you today to keep on going? The Bible tells us, Jesus said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Jesus isn't giving up on you. He's always with us by his Holy Spirit. So sometimes we do have to keep on going and just put one foot in front of the other. But why not pray each and every single day to help you to remember to keep on going, to keep on trusting, and to remember that Jesus is right beside you every single day. That's all we've got time for here today with Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you want to catch up on the rest of the episodes that we have, please do click over here. Why not subscribe so you don't miss another story over there? My name's Paul and I'll see you on the next Storytime.